Okay, so I'm just driving, and I don't drive and hold the phone or play on the phone. So this is more just for my voice recording, because sometimes things just come to me. And one of the things that have come to me, it comes to me on a regular basis, but sometimes I'm reminded, and it's powerful, is just who I am. So as I talk about this, I want you to remember, so are you. I'm going to talk about who I am and the realizations that I have of who I am and the power of self, true self that we're born with. But I want you to remember, so as you, so are you. Greatness, and that you have it built in you. We all do. We're born with it. We just forget. We are conditioned by the environment that we live in, and we forget who we are. The interference of the world, the static of what's around us, the energies around us, cloud the goodness, the love, the strength, the amazing self that you're born to be. The amazing self that you, I, we are all born to be, and that you have within you. One of the biggest things that I've noticed in people, working with them, sadness, unknown sadness, and depression. Some people are depressed. I've been deeply depressed. I've been on the edge of a creek with a bag filled of every medication I could find in my house, ready to end it. Full depression. Many a times in my past I've thought of ending my life. Depression, anxiety, not wanting to leave the house, not wanting to go to events, not wanting to be around people. It's all a lie. It's all a complete lie. And it happens so often for so many people that I meet as we work together and we go through, we figure out their patterns, the habits they have, where they come from, good and bad. What I figured out is so many of us have this good, we all have the goodness, but so many of us have forgotten it. But internally, it needs to come out. It needs to shine. It's who we are. So when we're miserable and we ask ourselves, why do I feel this way? What is happening? Why do I act this way? Why do I do the things that I do? I don't understand it. It's because internally you are greatness, but you have fallen to mediocre. You have fallen. You have been conditioned to what society says you should be. From birth. Don't cry. Grow up. Be a man. Don't tell. Don't snitch. You better do all your homework. You better get A's. What's wrong with you? Don't do that. What's wrong with you? How many parents say that to their kids? What's wrong with you? More common than it should be. I'm out and about and I hear people cussing at their children. Cussing at their children. Small children cussing at them. I'm sorry if you do that. It's a terrible thing and you need to stop. What are you planting into their heads? And so many of us were treated the same way growing up, and that's why we do it. We yell, we scream. Our joy, our happiness, everything that we do is a program. It's programmed based on the way we were raised, the environment we were raised in, and how we were treated. We don't even realize that the way we act is based on the way that we were raised. Now, so many things that are more apparent, we know, right? If you love fishing, you probably went fishing with somebody in your life that you loved on a regular basis. If you love a specific sports team, that sports team was probably loved in your household. So those are common, right? I'm not a sports guy. Neither was my father. There it is there, right? If my father was a sports guy and loved a certain team, I probably would love the same team. Now, there are things that we're conditioned that we conform to that are not good. We have habits in our life. The question is, are our habits helping us reach our goals, or are they sabotaging our goals? That's a big question that we need to look at what we do, when we do it, why we do it. We really have to analyze intrinsically who we are and why we are. If your parents often told you or made comments about everything that you did wrong, then in your mind, you may have fear of trying new things because you always feel like it's going to be wrong. If you're always judged by your parents, by your spouse, by a sibling, and every time you do something wrong, that's what is brought up, then you're going to be fearful of stepping forward and trying new things. Without even realizing it, intrinsically, you're thinking, well, I'm probably going to screw up. Or somebody might say something, if it's not right, I don't want to hear them. It's not right. Or if I even try this, my spouse is going to say something negative about it. So we don't do things. A great example, the other day I was listening to a pastor at the church, and he was talking about when your child brings their report card home. If your child has 3 A's, 2 B's, and a D, what do you focus on? The majority of people focus on that D. They might go, oh, good job, you got some A's here, but you got this D. What are we going to do about this D? We need to fix this, child. It's not okay. It's not okay. You got to have A's, you got to have B's. So there's no celebration in the A's. So when your child comes home, when your spouse comes home, and metaphorically, the A's and the B's are there, but there's one D, celebrate the A's. Work on improving the A's. Obviously, you have to improve the D. Obviously, you have to improve the D. Don't ignore the A's. Celebrate the A's. If your child comes home and he has 3 A's, 2 B's, and a D, look at what those A's are in and go, wow, you are amazing at this subject. Maybe we should get you a tutor in this subject, and you could turn this talent that you have into your own business or a career. Focus on that A and celebrate it. Oh, you got a D here? Okay, we're going to get you a tutor here too, and we're going to get you up to par. We're going to make sure you understand how this needs to be done. But if all you do is focus on the D, what are you doing to your spouse, to your child, the people around you? You have greatness within you. If you don't use that greatness, it can cause depression. It can cause sadness. The greatness doesn't. The fact that you're not using it, and your mind, body, and spirit is holding it and saying, come on. So now you feel like something's wrong because you're not using your strength, your greatness. So then you feel like something's wrong, and then it takes you into a sadness and a depression. Think about that. Greatness. Find your whole self. Your whole self is who you were born as. What are kids born? Beautiful light, love, and joy. They don't fear. They go after. They play. They jump. They act silly. There is no fear. They're love. They're pure love, and they fear nothing. They're not scared to step out and dance and jump and fall, and whatever they want to try, they do it. They don't care what anybody else thinks. And then society changes us. So that self, that wonderful greatness, that self that we're born with, into, is split. We become split personalities. Because we start to worry, what is this person going to think? What is that person going to think? What if I don't get the good grade? What if my spouse makes fun of me? What if I'm going to be judged? What if? Or and it actually happens to us, right? We actually are judged, and we actually are manipulated. We actually are put down. So we stop trying. And that's when you have this split personality, this split-mindedness. But the whole is still there. I picture like the whole above and these split minds are below, and that's who we've kind of been conditioned and what we fall into. So remember who you are. Find your strength. Remember your strength. You don't have to find it. It's there. Deep inside, you know. Remember who you are. Let your greatness shine and your life will change. Live in your greatness and everything else will fall